What is up, everyone? Good morning, and how are all of you doing? Hope all of you are doing awesome, spectacular this morning. So, well, it's been a little bit since I did a podcast again, so I decided to get on and do another one today and just chit chat a little bit with all of you. Do a mental health check-in and just make sure everyone's doing good. I know I've been doing a little battling myself with it, but it's getting better, just like trying to stay focused as in all things. But good to see you, Flame, like always. But on a side note, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. And if you're dealing with some mental problems like depression or some kind of PTSD, feel free to let me know and let's talk about it and see what I can do to help you out. Because sometimes what I do to help with my depression is I'll either pray about it, read something positive like the Bible, or I will do something like get in FL Studio and start working on music. I compose my own music here and there, so you probably heard it on my Starting Studio screen. That's one of my songs that I made, so that's something I do as like more of a hobby, nothing serious to try to get notice about it. It's just something that I like to do for fun. But yeah, hope all of you are doing good. And who's excited for the snow that we just got here in Atlanta, for those of you who are tuning in from the Atlanta area? It was nice to not be at work for one, but it kind of sucked being shut down just for one day, not being able to go anywhere. But we're getting back on track, so I'm looking forward to doing things. The fun, not so fun thing, I go back to work in the morning, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm still trying to wake up, so bear with me, you guys. That's why I have my coffee with me. And anyone want to say anything, or they got something they want to say, feel free to tune in or say something. Like, that's what I'm here for. Any relationship advice you want, or yeah, I saw what you posted in general in the private server, buddy. Yeah, snow. Yeah, for those of you who deal with like bad winters, like people who are in like the upper East Coast, Midwest, Europe, and Canada, and places that get a lot of snow, those are the times sometimes where a lot of people deal with seasonal depression. It's at its all-time high because sometimes you feel cabin fever, where like you're just stuck there and you don't want to go out anywhere because it's either too cold or it's a bad snowstorm, and that starts messing with a lot of people's psyche. So that's the reason why a lot of people start developing cabin fever, where it's just like, it's just terrible, where they're like, I don't want to go out and do something and do all that. So like, winter can play a huge factor on people. That's why they say there's seasonal depression. But some people may not even have seasonal depression. They just have severe depression where it's not seasonal. It doesn't matter the time of the year either. It could be just it could be summertime, hot, and people still battle with like depression. So like there's people who might have like bipolar disorder, which that's an ongoing battle with a lot of people where they're fighting their depression, because part of bipolar disorder is a severe depression kind of thing where like sometimes you just feel you're not good enough and whatever you do is just not good enough. And it doesn't matter if people tell you 1,000 times you are good enough or you're good. It's a constant battle. Like I deal with my own battles like that, where like I have an appointment with a psychiatrist in April because I want to see if I have bipolar disorder, because I feel like I have some of the warning signs of that, where like it doesn't matter what I do, I just feel like it's not good enough, and I don't want to end up doing like self-harm to myself or self-deletion, because you can't say the other word. And it really opened my eyes once we lost JDF. For those of you who are Power Rangers fans, you guys know who JDF is, and we lost him due to his battles with that, feeling like you're just not good enough. And just remember, like, we don't know what people are truly going through on a day-to-day basis, deep within their psyche and deep inside. Like, there's people who are just dealing with that type of thing. There's also people who are dealing with post-traumatic stress problems, whether it's military related or it's law enforcement related or it's just something in general related. It could even be SA related, where a woman or a male dealt with some type of SA when they're younger, and it happens where people deal with the PTSD. They never truly get over it, and it's a tough thing. It's like a really tough battle. And I just want people to know you're never alone with that. And it's always good to actually talk to people about your problems. It helps. Even if like it's someone of a professional. I'm not saying to go see a counselor or a psychiatrist or whatever, but sometimes you might need that just because you need to heal mentally. And sometimes there are some good psychiatrists out there that are trying to do their job, but there's ones who they just listen, they're like, and they write it, and then after the thing, they're like, oh, here's a prescription, go get this and take this. And this is the problem with today's doctors. They feel it's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to write up the prescription for this. And sometimes that's not the answer. It's not the antidote. Like, we need to really, as a society, we need to fight against those medications sometimes, because that's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, like, you don't know if those medications are really, really, truly going to help you. Some of those actually cause the depression to be even more or worse. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like, always look up the side effects of those medications that you're taking, whether it's on WebMD or you Google it. Really look into those things before you take any medications. Even if it's the over-the-counter stuff, you gotta look into that, because some of those can counteract the effects of the medication you're taking that's prescribed by the doctor. So the side effects could be, it could cause severe depression or whatever. So you gotta look at those signs as well. And certain supplements you gotta be careful of taking as well, just mainly because of the fact that, let's say you have high blood pressure and you take certain supplements. Some of those supplements could affect your blood pressure, where it goes either too high or it drops too low. So just remember, you got to be careful of that. And that can really happen to anybody. So, like, just remember, like, always look into things before you do something. Whether it's taking medications or whatever, look up the side effects. And Another thing that I do recommend people doing also, if you're dealing with like depression or anything, like find something that makes you happy to help try to take your mind off of that thing. And like if it's like a relationship thing, like you're dealing with a breakup, for some people binge eating is something that helps them cope, or some people deal with listening to music to help them get over it. But if you're dealing with a breakup, don't ever do self-harm. Don't hurt yourself. Don't think too hard about it. It's gonna hurt. It takes time to get over that breakup, but just remember, like, there's more to life than the relationship that you had, because there's plenty of relationships that you're going to get into. You don't need to hide behind it or just try to avoid it. Like, just remember, like, there's someone out there for everyone. Like, I'm dealing with loneliness myself. Like, there's a part of me, I wish I had someone to share my love and all that, but at the same time, I have to keep this big shield up just because of the percentage of cheating going on and manipulation. You just gotta really be smart about these things, especially guys. Like, don't be simps, you guys. Just because you think being a simp, you think you're gonna get into that woman's pants or whatever, I'm going to be bluntly honest with you, that's a very, very rare thing. That's hardly ever going to happen. I'm not saying it won't, because there has been instances. I've known some guys that have done that, and they've gotten one night stand. They thought they were actually going to date that one, but that woman just didn't feel the chemistry, or she just wanted to friend zone that person. But at the same time, there are some women that do some of those things as well. Like, there are some women, female simps too. So it's not just males being simps. There's females who are simps as well, where they try to go after the 1% of the men that have millions of dollars. Their way of simping, though, is they're like, oh, I'll do this with you, I'll do that. That's a form of simping if you think about it. It's just in a different way, a different demeanor, but still a way of simping. It doesn't necessarily have to mean spending money. It could be a lot of other things. So, like, if you know that woman or that man's not interested, just walk away and move on to the next thing. Don't get too attached, because it's not gonna end well if you just keep trying to do it and do it and do it. Sometimes it's better to leave well enough alone. And I've learned that throughout the years of growing up and becoming more mature. Hey, how's it going? Hey, but like, just remember, like, relationships is always going to have ups and downs for some of those for people who are dealing with it. And not everyone has a happy marriage either, because there are some married couples that fight like cats and dogs, but they try to find a common ground to fix it. That's what you're supposed to do as a married couple. But there are some married couples that they fight, so they decide it's just better to either end it or they start having an affair, which that does happen. And like, I just want y'all to know that you gotta stay positive in whatever you do, because if you don't stay positive, then you're gonna have a lot of problems later on down the road. But other than relationship things, like, just remember, like, there's a lot more to life than being in a romantic relationship. You can find a lot of other things to do with your life. Like, you can find, like, solace in, like, hiking. Like sometimes hiking is the best way to clear your mind, listen to the birds chirp, and just like if you're near the ocean, listen to the beauty of the ocean, of like the waves clashing. It's the most beautiful thing. Like I wish I lived near the ocean, because that's literally one of my favorite things to do, is be around nature. Like it's such a beautiful world out there if you fall in love with nature. Like especially like when you're dealing with depression, sometimes the best way to deal with it is go for a walk, clear your head, like hike, take in the beauties of the world, like look at all the beautiful birds, the sunshine, the clouds, the sky, and like enjoy it, drink it in, like, because life is so short to dwell on all the past and negative things in life. You just stay positive is all I'm saying, because you gotta also remember, like, if you let the smallest things always get to you, you're allowing that to win. So don't let that anything get to you. Just be tough, like tough it up and just move on. Just mainly because of the fact that everyone deals with some form of depression or sadness or melancholy, whatever you want to call it. Everyone is dealing with it, but just remember, you're not the only individual that's dealing with these things. Exactly. Life is definitely too short to sweat the petty things. Like if I would have known a lot like I do now back when I was younger, I would be in a better place. Just being bluntly honest, I let so many of the small BS get to me when I was younger that I'm always miserable as an adult because I allowed myself to get that way. It's no one else's fault but you as the individual person. So now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I'm learning not to sweat the small things, and I'm not letting anything get to me anymore. I'm just moving on, just trying to be a better human being, and learning to treat people with respect a lot more and be more respectful toward people, because everyone comes from a different walk of life. Everyone comes from a different form of bullying or whatever. Like, everyone deals with some type of thing. Like, there's a difference between bullying and just picking on somebody. Like, if your friends pick on you, it's a form of positive picking on. They're just trying to motivate you because they know you as a person. They're not trying to offend you in any way. It's because they know who you are. So they're trying to help you. They're not trying to hurt your feelings. Like, let's say you talk to your friend, like, I really like this one woman and I don't know how to go about it. They may like crack a joke on you, but at the serious note, they're going to tell you like it is and go, hey, just go up and talk to her. And they're right. Like, you just got to listen to your friends sometimes. But don't listen to everything, because there are some friends that are jealous of where you're at in life too. And they envy that, so they are willing to throw away that friendship. Because I've actually lost a best friend due to him sleeping with my girlfriend when I was dating a girl at the time. So I pretty much cut both of them off, and I just want nothing to do with them ever again. I've had them try reaching out to me through Facebook, and I just tell them, I'm not interested. I'm like, you guys kick rocks, you guys dug your own grave, you stay in it. And like, it is true what they say, that exes do try to come back and try to get back with you. I've seen it firsthand. I've dealt with it. Some of my friends who are married have dealt with it as well. And it's just like, once you went down that road, there's kind of no turning back. There's no way of coming back to that light. Like, so you got to remember, like, exactly, exes are exes for a reason. The first thing you don't ever do when you get into a new relationship, and this goes to both men and women, cut all ties with your exes. Exes are exes for a reason. Do not be friends with them. They're not your friend. They're an ex for a reason. It's because it did not work. There is no real true chemistry there. And if you're thinking, oh, I can be friends with my exes, that is a red flag for anyone getting into a new relationship. I don't care if they've known them forever. If you're in a relationship, cut all communication and ties with your exes. I'm making this loud and clear. Do not go on social media blasting your exes either after you break up, just mainly because of it didn't work. I see a lot of people going on TikTok going, oh, my ex was this, and this. Remember, people, there are 2-3 sides of a story. You got the ex's side, you got the other side, you got the friend side, and you got the parent side of things who viewed it all. So there's more than one side to a story. So do not believe everything you see people doing on TikTok, YouTube, whatever you want to watch, because they are lying. They're doing it for views. They're not doing it to benefit anybody. They're there to pretty much embarrass themselves. Pretty much. And exactly, you can't do it. You can't do it, bestie. It just doesn't work. Exactly. The majority of that time, it's truth. Like, you can't, like, I'm not going to say you can't be friends with exes, but if you're getting in a new relationship, you got to cut ties with that ex. Especially if they cheated on you, why are you still friends with the person that cheated on you? You should have cut that person out of your life, period. Don't be friends with anyone that cheats on you. That's the stupidest thing you can do ever. Like, it makes you look like a moron if you're gonna do that. Like, I cut off all ties with every woman that I've dated. I don't want to be friends with exes. Just mainly because it didn't work the first time. It's not going to work a second time, a third time, or whatever. If there was no good chemistry, and especially if they're the ones that say, oh, I want to break up, you cut all ties. Be like, all right, you dug your grave, you stay there. Exactly. It's better, like, if you're not happy in a relationship, don't be with that person. Just sit there and say, hey, I think we should just break up. And just remember, when you break up, just be done. And I'm over it. Hey, Faj. Yeah, like, it's really important to just be on guard. Like, this is why I stay single. I've been single for over 20 years. And a lot of it had to do with being cheated on. I refuse to let that happen again. That's why I stay single. I don't trust anybody. And I hate to say it, I don't even trust my own family. I've been through so much in life that I don't trust anybody. Like, it's tough to just trust anyone in life. Like, people are always going to be a letdown, y'all. Just remember that. Don't trust anybody. You can't even trust your own so-called friends sometimes. Like, yeah, I have friends that I have acquaintance. I'm going to quote Eazy-E, excuse my language, but trust is a motherfucker. It is. Like, you can't trust anyone. Yeah, I don't even trust myself either. So, like, that's just how it is too. Like, but it's hard to trust your own feelings and emotions too sometimes. So just remember, like, trust is a two-way street, and it goes with everything you do in life. Yeah, like there's certain things that I trust in myself, but there's a lot of things I don't trust. I don't trust my judgment on dating, so that's why I don't date. That's why I stay single. And yeah, it's hard to really fully trust yourself because your brain always is ticking. It's always thinking of things. Like even when you go to sleep, it's hard to actually fully get 8 hours of sleep because your brain is on thinking mode constantly. Even when you're trying to sleep, you just can't stop thinking. Like I'm thinking all the time, constantly. It's tough. Like I have a hard time sometimes just like battling a lot of things with overthinking where I lose sleep all the time. Like, I literally lose sleep a lot. And I hope like everyone has a better like things to do to take their mind off of things, but sometimes it's even hard to take your minds off of things. And I even struggle all the time with like it's hard. Like I'm even struggling right now to just like think about what it is, like, because I have a hard time trusting myself. Yeah, I get you there, because there's times where I'm only living off of like 3-4 hours of sleep. Like right now, I'm going off of only like maybe 3-4 tops hours of sleep right now. Just mainly because my brain constantly is overworking. I'm thinking, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to make things happen? What can I do to change certain things? And like a lot of it, and then sometimes a lot of it is finances also, because whether people don't want to believe it or not, finances are very important. Like you got to really budget yourself properly, because debt in the United States is in a very all-time high. Like it really is. There's so many people that are literally in credit card debt. My advice to some of y'all, like once you build your credit enough to get a house, once you get that house, get rid of the credit cards. Do not keep credit cards, because credit cards get you into serious financial debt. Like, and it's not just that. Like even loans can get you into debt, but like it'd be a smarter path to do loans over credit card. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Hey, how's it going, Retro? And like debt is a huge problem, and then like sleeping is hard. Like yeah, it is. Like this whole inflation is just, it's driving everybody nuts. Like it's really become a huge problem, and I wish our government here in the U.S. would take more time to care about our citizens instead of playing world police and giving some of these countries that are ungrateful all this money, where they could be spending that money to help their own citizens that are struggling. Some can't even afford health insurance in our country. Like it's sad. Like they rather do more for some of the people who aren't American citizens than they do for their own country, and it's sad. But I'm not gonna keep bashing on that, just mainly because I don't want to cause a whole political debate. That's not what I'm here for. But like I just wish like they would do better. That's all I'm gonna leave it at. But I hope like everyone takes finances seriously and takes things in general serious. Like, it's okay to joke, it's okay to have fun with your friends and this and that, but there's also a time where it's important to be serious and think about how you can improve as an individual person. Because I've seen literally people just go through life with a silver spoon in their mouth, and it sucks that some of those people who are born with a lot of wealth, luxury, don't know a lot about the world. But some of it is not their fault also. Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. And like, I do feel like that needs to happen. Totally T. But like, finances are such a huge problem, and like pay raises and all that. Yeah, true, Vaj. That's totally true. This is what you call is a catch-22, where you got one side at saying this is what we need to do. You got the other side that's saying this is what they got to do, and it comes down to the whole point that everyone's not going to agree on everything, but there's some truth to both of those statements. Like, I'm not saying either are wrong, just mainly because there's truth to both sides. There's always positives and negatives to everything. And my biggest concern is the future of this country. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, again, I don't want to get too in depth with politics and this and that, because I don't want to offend anyone's political beliefs, just mainly because I'm here to be more open-minded and be a source of like support and hear people out, and especially if people are dealing with like depression or any type of mental illness, I want to be a positive influence to be able to hear them if they just need someone to talk to, but also talk about important things in the world as well. But we'll change like this subject. Let's move on to like gaming. I think gaming will be fun to talk about a little bit too. But like, I recommend people check out World of Warcraft if you've never played it. Check out a lot of fun games like Diablo 3. I've been noticing a lot of fun things about the Black Ops 6. Oh yeah, that's definitely sad, T. Like, it's always sad when the happy jar is empty. Like, it really is sad. Like, I remember the days when I used to blaze a lot. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Faj. Totally. Yeah, and I want to add to what you're saying, like, order to really, really battle your depression, the most important thing I gotta say is self-care. Like, you gotta give yourself self-care, so you gotta love yourself. That's great. Yep. Level 35 is the key to enlightenment for your WoW expeditions there, Faj. Yep. So without self-care, there is no self-esteem. They go hand in hand with each other. I've said this in a previous podcast where I talk about self-care. Order for you to receive love in a romantic relationship, you have to first love yourself. You have to compliment yourself. that is what you call self-care. If you have high self-care, you have high self-esteem. No, and for those who say, "Oh, people bring down your self," no, only you can bring down your self-esteem. No one else can bring your self-esteem down. Only you can, because if you don't have self-care, you don't love yourself, you're not going to have high self-esteem. It's just, that's how it works. Yep. Self-care is very important. Without loving yourself, you can't love others, and you can't receive love. You're not capable of receiving love. And I hear people all the time, especially women, going, "Why can't I find a good man? Why can't I get this? Why can't I do that?" And the reason why I'm touching base on that is the fact that I see a lot of TikToks women saying, "I want to find a good man." And this is why. Do you have any self-care? Do you love yourself? And then on top of that, the person that you want that was a good man, that was nice and all that, is that you friend zoned that guy. So once you put a friend, like a guy in the friend zone, ladies, your chances of getting him into a relationship is going to be a very low percentage now. And the reason why I say that now is because now you just made that guy realize that he's never going to get out of that. So now he is going to move on. And same thing, guys. When you put a certain woman in the friend zone, your chance of being with that woman are going to go down dramatically. So it's important to, if you know there's some kind of romantic connection there, don't friend zone that person. Give them a chance. Give that person a chance. Go on a date. See how it goes. See if it is relationship material before you friend zone that person. If you feel like there's nothing there, then yeah, just say, "Hey, let's just be friends." But give it a go first before friend zoning that person. Because you don't know. There could be a serious connection there, because I've seen a lot of men and women regret friend zoning that one person, and then it's already too late. They already got married, they got kids. That's happened to me, where I friend zoned a woman and now she's married, has kids, and I lost that opportunity back when I was in my early 20s. But it happens, and sometimes you learn from your mistakes. But the important thing is learning from your mistakes and not make the same ones over and over and over again. Because if you're not learning from it, then you're a moron. Let's just leave it at that. So, yeah, I'll have to eventually get back into playing WoW at some point. I'm just taking a break away from that, playing other things. I'm probably gonna is that what you're gonna put in your stream element spot there, Fudge? Imagine learning from your mistakes. And then have the answer, "No, I don't plan on learning from my mistakes. I plan on making the same mistakes." but it's important to learn from certain mistakes. I'm not saying learn from all your mistakes, but it's important to learn from some. And for those of you who Yep, definitely for content. I'm hoping eventually you guys to like grow a community, be supportive of everybody, and have people like in the community where like we can just all be there for each other, even if we're all having a bad day. I don't care if any of you are married or single or in a relationship. I'm there to hear everyone out. Like, I love hearing both sides of the story before I judge anybody, because there's always two sides to a story. And actually, there's always going to be 3 or 4 sides to a story. So, like, you can't believe just that one individual person. Oh, yeah, definitely. For content purposes, yes. But for, like, off content purposes, it's important to learn from the mistakes, obviously. But like for content purposes, yeah, you want to make. Yep, exactly what Foz just said, you guys. There's 3 sides. One side, the other, then the truth. And sometimes the truth is looking right at you and you don't even realize it. And this is the funny thing, to touch back on relationships, the whole cheating thing, you know when someone is cheating because they try to circle around the question, like how a shark circles around its prey. That's what I noticed. That's what women like to do when they're cheating. Where men, we're just straight to the point. Oh, by the way, I cheated on you with so and so. But some men who are too scared to admit it, they like to circle around it. Yeah, it has been, unfortunately, and I blame Hollywood for that. Hollywood is the big reason why cheating is so pushed. It's like a agenda. Yep, exactly, T. That's exactly the truth. Like, number one clue you're being cheated on is they start suspecting you of doing what they are doing. Yep, that is 100% truth. So the second a woman or a guy is accusing their partner of that is because they themselves are doing it. And for one, like, when I got cheated on, like, I already had my hunch, just because of the fact that at the time I was texting her, I wasn't getting a response back within like 3 hours, which I knew that was already a red flag right there. Because when me and my ex first started dating, when I text her, like, she would normally text back right away, even like if it was like 5 minutes later. But like as time progressed, I started noticing the red flags, and I noticed the same thing. My so-called ex-best friend was doing the same thing. I text him, "Hey, what's going on? Where are you up to today? And you want to go kick it, go shoot some hoops at the basketball court or whatever?" And there's times where he would constantly go, "Oh no, I'm busy. I'm supposed to meet up with this one girl." And that's where I started drawing a conclusion. And then one day, I just go, "All right." And then I just decided to do my own little investigation. So I found out through another close friend of mine that they saw them together at like a park, walking, holding hands, and this and that. And I was just like, yeah. I told them I kind of figured out what was going on. So instead of just being mad about it, I showed up there, just took a picture, got in my car, and I sent them both a text. And I go, "Thank you for letting me know that you guys are doing things behind my back. So have a nice day, have a nice life, and I wish you all the best. Don't ever contact me again. And that's where I just left it at, and I just went on my way. Oh, it's okay, Faj. Like, it's a open sore, like, that I still deal with sometimes, but at the same time, I'm glad it happened because it made me realize that there's jealousy amongst friends, where I kind of figured my ex-best friend was jealous and envied what I was having, and then he persuaded her, and that's her fault for going into that. So now that I'm older, I'm just over it. Like, yeah, they try to reach out to me, but I just ignore them, and I just tell them to kick rocks. Yeah, because I feel then, like, it's pointless to ask the question why, because it's already been done. It's done and over with. Like, and my advice to those of you who are dealing with being cheated on, or your spouse had an affair, is handle like what I did. Just go, take the picture, walk away, just put it out there and let them know, I know, I'm aware, have a nice life, take care. But for marriage, it's a different scenario. It's tough, it's hard, because there's a lot of history and years there, and it's gonna hurt a lot more than when it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, because that's someone that you possibly maybe had kids with, so that's gonna hurt a lot more. But my advice to the men out there, if you have all the proof you need that your spouse was cheating on you, use that. Go to your divorce attorney, make sure you have all the evidence ready, and file for divorce. Don't even try to work it out. Don't even try to do marriage counseling, in my opinion, because a lot of times, if they already had the affair, the damage has already been done. Even if you go see a marriage counselor, that should have been done before the affair happened. Once the affair happened, marriage counseling is not the answer now. That is off the table. And I'm saying this because one of my friends tried marriage counseling when he found out his wife had an affair at her job with one of her co-workers, and he wanted to do marriage counseling. She did too. They tried doing it. She ended up having an affair again. So that's the reason why I say, once the affair happened, do not waste time on marriage counseling. That is off the table. Just go straight to the attorney's office if you have the proof of the infidelity, and just have the paperwork served to them. And if you have to move out temporarily until the divorce is cleared, then you do that. Or if you bought that house and it's in your name with all the blood, sweat, and tears you did, then you kick her out. You tell her to go to her mom's or whoever's place, because you're done. And if you have kids, I know it's going to be tough, but it's important to put your kids first and protect them. But also, you need to explain to them, not the full gory details, but you need to explain to them that to a point where it's not going to be too fragile on them, but where they can understand, like, hey, me and mom, or if it happened to the wife and they caught their husband cheating, same thing, me and dad, we had to separate because we're just not happy with each other anymore. It's not your guys' fault. It's important just to let kids know it's not their fault, because kids are very, very gullible. So right away, they're always going to think it's their fault, and when it's not. Because, like, when my mom and biological father divorced. I was a baby still, and I found out as I got older. And then like there's a lot of problems there. But when my mom and stepdad divorced, I felt like part of it was my fault. And then like as I got older, it took me a while to realize it wasn't my fault. But people need to understand like it's important to explain to your children when it's separation or divorce or it has something to do with infidelity. You have to tell your kids in a way that is not going to make them feel it's their fault, but they just need to learn and understand that something bad happened, but you're not old enough to fully understand. Once you get older, I'll explain to you once you're at the right age. But it's just right now, mommy and daddy aren't going to be together anymore. That's all you got to just say to the child so that way they don't feel it's their fault. That's the best advice I can give for that type of situation. But for those who are dealing with infidelity and cheating just in general, that are married and don't have kids, once you have that proof, guys, go to the divorce attorney. Don't waste time going to marriage counseling because the damage has already been done. And there's no way of fixing that. And my big advice to all of you is do not think about marriage unless you really, 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 truly know who that person is. And sometimes you don't know until you actually tie the knot sometimes also. So like things do change sometimes. I'm not saying a lot of it's that way, but on this day and age, a lot of it's that way. Like you get to see a person's real true colors come out once you get to talk and know people a little bit. And like a lot of people are like, oh, you can tell a lot when you meet a person. Yeah, you can tell a lot by first encounters. Like your first impressions are everything. Like even when like gets a job interview, first impressions are everything. And you have that one chance and one chance only to make a good impression on anybody. And I hate to say that's just how it is. Like you're going to deal with first impressions. First impressions are everything. And whether people want to believe it or not, like even like when you're new to streaming, you need to make sure you engage with your chat. That's the important thing. Like as soon as someone comes in and says hi, especially if you're a rookie streamer, you want to make that connection within that first 30 seconds. Not a minute, not 2 minutes. If you gotta take a quick glance at your second monitor or have like a chat bot, or if you use your tablet, like you wanna make sure you acknowledge that. It is, but it isn't at the same time. So like it's important to make a connection. If it's past the 30-second mark, then that's already too far gone. But like within like the first 30 seconds is a little more safe time frame to get that person in. But a lot of times you want to be instant. You want to definitely just go, hey, how's it going? So and so, welcome into the channel. So that's my best advice to you new rookie streamers out there who are just starting. And if you're gaming on the PlayStation, streaming from like your PlayStation or your Xbox or whatever console it is, like if you want to see what chat's doing, like especially PlayStation, they have that feature where the chat shows up. Look at it, like, so that way, like if you have a mic or if you're streaming without a mic, at least try to respond. Even if you have your phone or your tablet with you and you have your stream up, just say hi to the person, or if you put your title, just put no mic available, so that way when your viewers are in there, they know that you're not ignoring them. Because I've gone to a lot of streamers where like I want to give them a chance and check them out, especially if they're new, because like I remember being brand new to streaming. I remember what it was like, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them some love and just show up and be in their stream. But like the second I see 30 seconds have gone by and it's turned into a minute and still no response, I leave. That's just how it is. Like I'll leave and move on to the next. Just mainly because there's an etiquette to streaming, just like there's etiquette when you meet people in person. You gotta be polite, you want good manners. But at the same time, like, you gotta be protective of yourself as well. Like, you don't want to be too nice either. Sometimes it is actually good and important to be a jerk. I'm just going to be bluntly honest and be out there. Like, sometimes you don't want to be Mr. or Miss Nice person, like, or be too much like a happy go-getter, because some of those people, sometimes they're not interested in being nice. Like, I'm one of those people, I'm not out in the public. I don't like being chit-chatty. I don't like being around a lot of people. And a lot of that is part of my autism. I don't like being around crowds of people. Like, when I go grocery shopping, I want to be in and out. I don't want to sit there. I don't want to socialize. I just want to get my stuff and get the heck out of there and get home. Or same thing when I go to the gym. I'm there to work out. I'm not there to socialize. I'm not there to check you women out where you're all making the videos and you're assuming someone's checking you out, and then you want to go and make a total ass of them and make yourself look like an ass too. Like, don't do those things. Like, if you're there to work out, work out. You don't need to record yourself doing the sets. You don't need to do that. The whole point of being at the gym is to work out. Not go, oh, look at me. Nah. You don't want to do that. The gym's there to work out, not socialize. If you want to work out with friends and socialize, that's fine. But this is why I like going to the gym by myself and working out. I'm not there to socialize. I'm there to just get my workout. I'm there to get my hour of cardio in, go and lift weights, and then go home. Or sometimes if I'm in the mood to cut weight, I just bring a jug of water, or I bring a bag of ice chips, and I just sit in a sauna and I'll just sweat it out and cut weight. And I don't recommend that for people who don't know how to cut weight properly. I know how to cut weight because I used to train with professional mixed martial arts fighters, so I know how to properly cut weight, and I know the healthy way to do it. There's a healthy way and an unhealthy way to do it. And starving yourself is not a healthy way to do it for cutting weight. It's okay to fast, do like a 24-hour fast, that's fine, or a 12-hour or whatever you want to do. But do not just starve yourself, because you're actually causing a lot of problems for your body later on down the road if you're starving yourself. So it's okay to eat, but eat healthy. Try to stay away from crap food. Sometimes it's hard because of the temptation. I deal with temptation all the time with food, like, but I've gotten better at it, and like now that I try not to eat after a certain time. So I normally, for breakfast, I normally just have either a protein shake or I have 2 hard-boiled eggs. That's it. That'll be my breakfast. And then plus I'll take my vitamins. And then for lunch, I'll do protein shake or a piece of fruit. And then for dinner, I try to eat an early dinner, so sometimes as soon as I get home from work, I'm having dinner. So I get off at 4:30. I just get home a little after 5. I start eating dinner, and then I'll do whatever things, and then I won't eat the rest of the night. And it's important not to eat after a certain time of the night because your metabolism slows down. So once like you eat after 5, stop eating anything around 7:30, 8 o'clock, because that's when your metabolism slows down. Your metabolism speeds up fast during the mornings. So like the best time to go work out is early in the morning, believe it or not. That's the best time to work out. That's why once it starts getting more nicer, I'm going to be getting back up at 4:30 in the morning, getting ready, leave around like 5:30 to go to the gym and get a workout in. Like, that's the best time to work out. Yeah, you still have to sleep, but that's what pre-workout's for. Get you jolted up, ready to go. And then like, or if you don't want to do that, have a cup of coffee or have a cup of hot green tea. Just go get your workout in. Enjoy that time, especially the best time to work out at the gym, believe it or not, is 6 in the morning. During the weekdays, 4 in the morning, because nobody is there. You have everything to yourself. So you can definitely have your own private workout session, not worry about everyone crowding around you. And if you want to record your videos, ladies, that's the time to do it. But wait, you're not going to wake up that early. But me, I love waking up that early and just going and working out. Like, it's the best feeling in the world. Working out early in the morning, you feel a lot more energized when you work out early in the morning versus when you work out in the afternoon. When you work out in the afternoon, I know I start feeling fatigue afterwards, but when I do it in the morning and when I leave, I feel like $1 million. I feel like I'm energized, ready to take on the world. So like, exercising during a certain time is actually a good key, but it's also important to have a set schedule to work out. So once the weather gets a lot more nicer, I may start going to the gym more after work, then come back home and maybe stream. But like, it's important to work out. You don't want to just be a couch potato. You don't want to just sit there, because ever since the pandemic, diabetes is at an all-time high right now. Just mainly because of the whole pandemic thing that happened. A lot of people got away from their workout routines. Like I even did. I gained a lot of weight during the pandemic. And now I'm trying to cut back down. Like I was originally, when I was doing MMA, I was down to like walking around at like 195. And I was walking around at like 215 at that time. And I got heavy to like 200, almost 260 pounds. Now I dropped down to like about 250. Now I'm just focusing on turning all that fat into muscle. So like I'm trying to lift more and only do like an hour of cardio here and there. But like it's important to like do a lot of that. Alright, Flame. So like definitely like get into a good exercise routine. And eat good, you guys, like, and women too. Like keep away from crap. Like stop eating potato chips, stop eating Cheez-Its and garbage like that, and definitely stay away from the processed food stuff. Like your canned meats, your like Spam and all that. Stay away from that because it's processed crap. You don't want to eat that crap. get real natural ingredients. So like if you, let's say you're craving a hamburger, don't get the frozen stuff. Just go grab some ground beef that's on sale at your local grocery store. Doesn't have to necessarily be organic or grass-fed. I do recommend it if you can afford it. Make the burger patties yourself. It's not that hard. And just cook it. Or if you want chicken, definitely get chicken. If you want fish, stay away from farm-raised fish. They carry a lot of parasites. So don't get it from Costco. Don't get it from Sam's Club, because they are farm raised and they're actually not good for you. I've watched so many videos of people proving that farm raised fish is not good for you. I've seen videos where they've shown the parasites in them. So stay away from it. It's better to always get those fish from the actual ocean. Fish for it. But if you live near the ocean and you're able to fish for that fish. But if you live in a state, like whether you're in Maryland, Florida, Seattle, Texas, California, in those areas where they're literally by the ocean, it's easier to get the fresher stuff at your local markets. But for those who aren't anywhere near the ocean, they feel like, oh, I want to get fish from Costco or Sam's because they think it's better. No, it's not. It may be a good quality, it may be a big size piece, or the price is good, but it's not good for you because you don't know there's parasites in that. And that's why I recommend staying away from farm-raised stuff. And eventually, you definitely want to go organic or go like vegan. If you want to go vegan, it's healthy. But at the same time, I recommend not fully going head on like vegan, because it's still important to get protein. Protein's still very important because you need that for energy, just like you don't want to completely cut out carbs. You need carbs for when you work out, especially if you're going to do cardio. You still need carbs in your diet, because if you just keep doing cardio and you're not taking any type of carbs, you're actually going to hurt yourself later on down the road. You're going to black out in the middle of your workout, or you're going to pretty much, you're going to get sick. You're going to feel sick if you overwork out. Like if you love to really push yourself to the max, like I know I like to push myself very, very hard. And that's just a former athlete, martial artist in me, just push myself to the limit to where I'm going to literally pass out. That's the way I like to work out. And I do it because I do have carbs in my diet. But those who just do it with no carbs, you're going to seriously give yourself a health scare. You're going to black out in the middle of your workout. You're going to pass out. You're probably going to hit your head on something and hurt yourself. So it's important to have carbs. Don't work out without carbs at all. Like if you do early in the morning, like you want to work out, if you don't want a lot of, don't eat bread, but make a protein shake, add like either oatmeal or some type of oats to it, blend it up, and then drink it and go work out. Like if you need to, add like a little pinch of coffee grounds into there and just blend it up and then just drink it, because then you got your caffeine right there. And then just go work out. That can also be your pre-workout as well. And then after you work out, that 30-minute time gap, get a protein shake. So if you're a member at like Lifetime, stop by the Life Cafe, get like one of their shakes, but make sure it's healthy stuff. Like don't get like their sugary stuff, ask them like if they have anything that doesn't have a lot of sugar and that there's a lot more natural stuff, and they'll make it for you. It may cost a little more, but they'll make it for you. So it's important to get that in your body, because like I said, you got that 30-minute mark after you worked out to get home. So it's important to get something in your body so that way your body doesn't go into shock. So it's important to get a little something. Peanut butter is a great source of protein. So like I normally, after I work out, I'll stop by like the Life Cafe and I'll have them get me a shake, put like a scoop of that PB2, that peanut butter fit, where it's like a powder form peanut butter. I have them add that. I have them add some greens and some certain fruits like a banana, some strawberry, and blend it up, and I just go. I try to keep it healthy like that, and it gives you good energy throughout the day. And then like for like orange juice, limit how much you drink of that, because there is a lot of sugar in juices that you get from the store. So try not to drink too much of those, because a lot of that has bad sugars in it. Another thing, like for dieting and all that, find something that works for you. And my biggest recommendation is, if you know your blood type, that actually helps quite a bit if you know your blood type, because then you can find a diet that works better for you. That's one thing I'm starting to learn from people that I've met who are professional nutritionalists, who work out consistently, who actually have a degree in all that kind of stuff. I learn a lot from those people. Like they're a wealth of knowledge when it comes to dieting, especially if you know your blood type. They can find a perfect diet for you that works out for your blood type. It may not work for certain blood types, so sometimes it's important to know your blood type. Like I wish I would have known that when I was younger, when I started putting on all the weight as a kid, because I used to be a very, very skinny, as a chopstick, scrawny kid when I was like 6, 7 years old. Like I used to model as a kid. Like I still have my modeling headshot from back when I was a kid, and I have it up on like my Instagram somewhere. And like I have to say, I was a handsome guy back when I was a little kid. So like I can't complain about that. I was a handsome kid. A lot of my mom's friends would like say, "Oh, you're so cute. You look like Stallone," when I was like a little kid. And I was just like, oh, I was just shaking my head. I'm like, I look nothing like the guy. But it was funny. But it's funny how as you get older, your looks change and you just change in general. Like I feel like back when I was a little kid, I was a 10. I'd say, I'm not gonna lie, I would say I was a perfect 10. But as an adult, I shave a lot of that off. I'd say now I'd be more like a 2 or 3. And that's just on the rating system. That's just how I feel on the rating system. Some women may think differently of me, or they may even think I'm a 0. Like, but I don't care. I really don't care. Yeah, but I'm gonna stop the whole chatter thing there. I'm gonna try to find a game to play. Let's see what game I want to play. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just play some COD to finish it up. And just chill and all that. Have good vibes, stay positive. I love spreading good positive vibes. Like, it's so important. Like, it's very important to stay positive, everyone, and just be happy, enjoy life. Because life is just way too short. So, like, I appreciate all of you being here. Like, it means a lot to me to be able to share and just talk with all of you, and like, it means a lot. And some people, they don't get, like, sometimes talking is like the best thing. Like, it's such a reliever, and you feel like a lot of things are going to get off your chest and off your back. So I really do appreciate, and I appreciate all of you. You all are awesome, spectacular people. So, like, don't ever change people, like, literally, because things happen for a reason. We all go through a lot of things in life. But we just gotta roll with the punches. And yeah, let me get to the right screen now. Okay. Alrighty. There we are. Alrighty. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm already at like prestige 2 on this. Eventually, I want to try to get Black Ops 6, y'all, so that way I can play with some of you guys and all that. I actually like the Arena Shipment. That's such a fun map. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah. Just trying to make sure everything sounds good, because I have it up on one of my mobile devices just to make sure things are sounding good.
because I'm a little perfectionist. I take after like my mom a little bit, you guys.
Target area located. Secure the hostage.
Loading.
Oh man. Oh shit. Alrighty. I'll take the assist.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Headshot. Dome shot. Dome shot. Ah, man. Ah, nice.
Making effective fire.
Oh, man.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocated. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the hardpoint. Inside the perimeter. Hostile cluster mine detected.
Oh, man.
Taking fire. Go. Contact.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Taking effective fire.
Hostile cluster mine active. Confirming the cluster. Stand by.
Taking fire.
Hostile intrusion. Target area active. Move to the hardpoint.
Oh, my bad, teammates. My bad.
Changing back. What's 2 o'clock? Reloading.
Secure the area.
Contact.
Stand by.
Taking effective fire.
Oh, my bad, team. My bad.
Hardpoint reloaded. Secure the target area.
Loading.
Enemies deploy the counter UAV.
Another dome shot.
Try tap over. Maintain the lead. Enemies inside the perimeter.
my bad.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the friendly SAE on the way. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Enemies inside the perimeter. Turning left hardpoint. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. The hardpoint.
Man,
You're halfway to mission complete. Finish guys will keep it online.
come on.
Throw!
Inside the perimeter.
Throw grenade!
Hardpoint reloaded. Stand by. Hostile Victoria Massachusetts. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target. Execute. 1 minute remaining.
Alright, welcome back, Flame.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
Effective fire!
What the heck?
Get off! Changing back!
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the hostile cluster mine active. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Turning left. Stand by. Hostile unit package. Get inside the perimeter.
Throw grenade!
Friendly UAV on station.
Target sighted! Taking fire! Taking effective fire!
Ten seconds remaining. Point relocated. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. The mission is complete. Good work.
And we were shorthanded too. That's crazy. We'll go with this.
Hard point. Secure the target
He
area.
said hard.
Target area located. Secure the hard point. What's your fire? Hostile mosquito is online. I'm reloading. Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Trophy system out!
I'm hit.
My bad, team. My bad.
We've secured the lead. Target down. Point compromised. Secure the area. Taking effective fire. Reloading. Changing max. Enemy inside the perimeter. I'm reloading. The enemy has taken the lead. Fire. Enemy in the area. Reloading. Stand by. Taking the lead. That could have been bad. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Come on.
Hostile deploying mosquito.
Why do they keep
Friendly
responding
UAV
me in
online.
the...
Enemy taking effective fire. Throwing grenade.
Got him with the grenade still.
Stand by. Mosquito is online. Enemy overwatch kilo inbound. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Fire. Drop them.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Friendly FAE inbound.
Oh man.
Enemy down. Confirming next hard point. Status hard point compromised. Secure these. Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Hostile mosquitoes online.
Oh, my bad, teammate. My bad, my bad.
Inside the perimeter. Switching mags. Watch your fire. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Fire.
At least I took one of them down.
Friendly precision. Deploy mosquito. Hardpoint reloaded.
Yeah, I knew they were gonna come from that. I just had that funny feeling. Oh. Nice.
Watch your focus. Secure the area. Hostile UAV in the area.
Come on, get out of my way, man.
Hardpoint, stand by. Reloading.
Oh man.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Dude, quit freaking getting in my way, teammate. Like, seriously.
UAV on the fire! You're halfway to mission complete. Finish it.
Enemy contact!
To the round! Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Fire! Max! Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Oh man.
1 minute remaining.
Oh my bad. Just staying so dang close. Thought you were part of that team.
I'm reloading! Hostile online. Such a fire! Reloading! Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
EGs.
Good work.
Yeah. We actually mopped them off the floor there. We slaughtered that team. Like, literally. That team didn't even stand a chance. Yeah, we slaughtered that team. Like, literally. You know what? Let me try something different instead of just doing shipment. Let me try something different. 10 versus 10 mosh. Yeah, why not? I'm going to try it. See how I like the mosh pit. 10 versus 10. Yeah, I really want to try to get Black Ops 6 totally. Definitely want to get it so I can play that and stream it for y'all. Did I get any other new ones of those? Nope. Alright. Six-star. It looked like a G there. But it's actually a 6. Operator. Wow. Seals are actually short-handed. That's crazy. Nice team deathmatch. Yeah, I'll go with my normal. Oh, I remember this map. Yeah, this map. Yeah, this is my joint. This map. I love this map, actually. Totally forgot about this map. There's so many good hiding spots on this map. It's not even funny.
Changing back.
I literally went right where they're like spawning or roaming there. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna go that way. A little funny feel. I'm gonna kick. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know I'm gonna catch someone around here. I normally always catch someone around here. Yeah, especially right over here. Come on.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Always watch your back on this map, you guys. Got him. Got him.
Friendly mosquito.
Always watch your back, you guys. There's a lot of blind spots on this map, too. Oh, come on. You mean to tell me that person didn't go down? That was some horse. Or should I say read? There we go. Oh, come on.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Someone was using a rocket launcher. Cheater. Like, this map, there's no need to even use a rocket launcher. Like, there's no point of it. It just makes no sense to do that.
Friendly mosquito active.
You put that target on yourself. Hostile!
Tornado!
Throwing shots!
Taking fire! Welcome!
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Throw a grenade! Hold there! Planting mine! Smoke!
Friendly UAV online.
Grenade! Taking effective fire! Sniper's down!
Oh, man.
Вражий брат!
There's nothing.
Sniper's down!
Friendly mosquito deployed. The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking.
Nice, nice. Good eye, teammate. Good eye.
Taking fire!
Man.
Tornado! Taking effective fire!
Don't worry, I got your six.
Contact!
Should have just threw a flashbang out there.
Enemy UAV active. Hitting it hard. Hostile mosquito is online.
Yeah, we didn't get killed that bad, but we lost. We took an L. Oh wow, that's crazy. I was on the top. That's crazy for 10 people. That was crazy. I, I thought I could crack that one, but that's amazing. I made the top. That's crazy. I'm gonna do one more before I go on a raid somewhere, you guys. Well, go grow house. Actually, yeah, I'll vote this. Actually, I changed my mind. Yeah, that was good. Oh yeah, Dom. Yeah, I love domination. Dom and team deathmatch are like my favorites to do. I love Dom just mainly because it's a lot more challenging because you got to hold a position. I appreciate everyone that's still here, whether you're just lurking. Greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. Never seen this map, so bear with me, you guys. I'll probably get slaughtered quite a bit on this map. Gas station, markets.
Domination.
Alright, good to know the little
Capture and keep
surroundings.
hold of the objective. We're taking Bravo. We control Bravo. Covering your six. We're taking Alpha. Enemy here. On your six. We control Alpha. We've taken the lead. Checks out. Front out. We're taking
Cover. Oh man. Come on, teammates. Focus. I was trying to draw out that sniper so one of y'all could have took it. But it's all good.
enemy securing Bravo. Reloading. We control two objectives. Friendly UAV online. Securing objective Charlie. Change your backs. Friendly UAV on
Watch this
station.
guy's back. Good job, team, holding positions.
Friendly Mosquito deployed.
My bad, teammate. Got one.
Hostile spotted. Throwing grenade.
Damn. Alright.
Changing man. We're losing Alpha. Lost Alpha. Hostile UAV in the area. I'm reloading. Securing objective Alpha. Alpha secure. Frag out! Enemies taking Bravo. Throwing grenade! Flashback! Lost Bravo. Bravo. Friendly cruise missile deployed. We're taking Bravo.
Nice. I almost had him.
On your six. Securing objective
Try to
Bravo.
get back over to that.
The enemy has
spot.
captured 2 objectives. Get them secure. We're taking Bravo.
Alright, there we go.
Friendly UAV online. Securing objective Bravo. Reloading. We're taking Bravo. Objective Bravo secure. Taking effective
shit.
fire! Target right here. You're halfway to mission complete. Finishing.
They got two snipers.
Securing Bravo.
They definitely got 2 snipers. Yeah, definitely gotta stay away from me. Yeah, they got 2 snipers. We gotta get those snipers. Oh, my bad, team. My bad.
Enemy UAV active. Friendly SAE on the way. Moving to my mark. Friendly UAV on station.
Damn. Where's that from? Oh, man.
Friendly cruise missile approaching target.
Yeah, I'll climb up here, too.
Friendly UAV online. Hostile UAV in the area. Changing mag! Securing Bravo.
Oh, man. Come on.
Objective Bravo is compromised. Get it back. Securing objective Bravo. We control Bravo.
Oh, that person was hiding around there. Alright. I'm gonna try to see if I can circle around and get that guy.
To the round!
What the heck? Come on.
Taking effective fire!
Come on.
Movement here.
Enemy taking Bravo. Throwing grenade! Friendly precision airstrike inbound. Taking this. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy UAV active. Bravo. Friendly UAV on station. Enemy securing Bravo. Mission complete. Good work.
Yeah, I sucked on that one, you guys. My bad, y'all. Alright, y'all. We're gonna go on a raid. Let's see. We're gonna see who's on that acting raid. You know what? I'm gonna raid someone new that I just recently met, so they're on another stream, but it was already. Where is the? Wow, okay, they really changed the things on the thing, so we're gonna do it from here on my tablet. Let me see if I can. me see what I can. What? Alright, let me try that again. Alright, we're gonna go raid Bud Wizards, y'all. Show them some love, y'all.
Alright, now I'm gonna either go to Ogamar on both. Hey, Nate, appreciate the raid, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for doing that. W raid. Look at that, my first raid. You took my raid virginity. Don't you feel special? No, I appreciate that raid, man. Be gentle, though. Earth, peace. Oh, fuck. I don't need any of those. I could probably use a little more peace, but